scarlet blaze, shifting history.
Witam was serdecznie. Jedziemy dalej.
5 months have passed since the attack on the Emperor, and 1182 nears a close. Though each army schemes, the battle maps barely change. But now, history is about to resume its course.
Today is a momentous day in Fódlan's history that people will mark for generations to come.
Then why do you look so conflicted?
I'm not conflicted, Claude. I'm just painfully aware of how much stronger I need to be. That's why I'm counting on you and the Alliance to make up the difference.
Hey, I've got feeling unprepared down to a science, so let's say we help each other out. If we work together, we can achieve what's best for both of us, right?
Indeed.
I've reviewed the terms, Your Majesty. All that remains is the placement of your seals.
Everything looks good to me. I'm especially glad we found a solution to the control of murder.
You've done fine work here, Hubert. Thanks. And thanks to you as well, Holst. You know I'm not good at this sort of thing.
I've never known you to shy away from ceremonial affairs like this. But it is the most significant pact since the founding of the Leicester Alliance, so your caution was most prudent. I must admit, I was quite nervous. Thankfully, I managed not to follow it up.
You surely jest. You did your work masterfully, without batting an eye. I am truly impressed that Leicester's most valiant general is so well versed in diplomacy.
Don't be insulting, Hubert. Sir Holst is a duke. A man can be brave in battle and still know how to get things done. Take our Minister of Military Affairs, for example.
A man for whom the term looks can be deceiving was likely invented.
Speaking of Count Burgleys, where is he? I thought he'd be here so we could go head-to-head. We never did get to finish our battle.
I'm afraid the Count couldn't make it, but perhaps you'd consider my bodyguard instead? I'm certain you'll find the challenge to your liking. Is this your first time meeting, by the way?
It is. Well, friend, care to go around with me?
They say this Holst character is the strongest man in Leicester.
Naprawdę?
But is he as strong as the Ashen Demon?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Now that's what I like to hear.
I hope you mean later and not this very second. It would be a shame to get blood all over this nice paperwork.
Yes. All eyes are on us. We must make this a grand gesture and show our soldiers that Adrestia and Leicester have joined forces for a brighter future.
Well, let's get to it. As leader of all the lords and knights who sit at the round table of the Leicester Alliance, I, Claude von Regan, hereby swear this pact. Leicester pledges to work in harmony with the Adrestian Empire and do everything in its power to secure a peaceful future for Fódlan.
By the covenant between the red blood and the white sword that crowns the double-headed eagle, I, Edelgard von Hresfeld, hereby swear this pact. Adrestia pledges to work hand in hand with the Leicester Alliance to deliver peace to the land and secure a future for all its people.
The pact is sealed.
And now it is our job to uphold it.
Goodness, look how far you've risen. You're standing on the stage of history.
No a jak?
I know you'll do great things. Yes, and greater things still.
Right then. We've got plenty of bright new faces here at the round table today. First, a brand new count ruling Gloucester.
Unfortunately, Lawrence was not able to leave Gloucester. He sends his apologies.
I called you here to give you notice. The Leicester Alliance is assenting to the Empire's request and sending troops to the Kingdom front. Houses Regan, Gloucester, and Daphne will be supplying most of the soldiers. And instead of the usual route through Aelel, we'll be invading Fraldarius directly by sea.
You're staying behind, right, Holst?
Indeed I am. Almyra is still an unknown quantity, and we've no idea if or when Prince Shahid might stage another attack. And the same goes for House Ordelia. They've had more than their share of troubles on their border. We agreed that shipping their army away might not be the most prudent of ideas.
And that's all she wrote. You'll find the details in the document you've all been given. I wish the Kingdom would see they're between a rock named Adrestia and a hard place named Leicester and throw that white flag high, but of course they won't. So good luck, everyone. I'm counting on you.
And so, the Alliance has agreed to bring their troops to bear and attack the Kingdom from the east. At the same time, we will resume our invasion from the west using Arianrhoda as a foothold. We'll subjugate the Kingdom's lords one by one as we work our way toward Blathen.
News of the Pact will doubtless have spread throughout the Kingdom by now. Provided enough houses see the futility in fighting, we may be able to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. However, that is likely wishful thinking. We should instead expect the worst and prepare accordingly.
You think? Some of them already bent the knee to us once, along with Count Rowe. Wouldn't they jump at a chance to swap sides again?
An idea I am certain has already occurred to the king. Lately, we have been scrambling to reorganize, dealing with an attack by the Knights of Seros and negotiating a pact with Leicester. And during that time, the winds of purgation have swept across Fargus. In one fell swoop, the king has expunged most of the nobles likely to align with us.
Still, it's us and the Alliance against him, which means we've got the advantage. What's there to worry about?
The concern isn't that we'll lose. It's that winning might come at the cost of too many lives. What an utterly pointless, senseless thing to do. Oh, I find it all so very draining.
Whatever our intent, we're the instigators here. We can't expect the enemy to do anything less than defend their land with tooth and claw.
Speak for yourself. If someone invaded my territory, I'd hand over lands and titles on a silver platter. Especially if I had no chance of winning.
No nie
There's
wiem.
truly no other noble like you, Leonard. And perhaps no person at all for that matter. Regardless, we must proceed with caution. When people think someone is after what they possess, they respond with fear, even if the thought is all in their head. In the eyes of the people of Fargus, there is no limit to what evils the Empire might visit upon them.
My father started saying he can't sleep because he's scared the old church is coming to Garreg Mach to kill him. From the sound of my mother's letters, he's really shaken up.
Remember that the kingdom has much coldness. We must not forget to be bundling up like people of the snow.
Our Petra is always ready for what lies ahead.
I wish I had better understanding of your Fódlan ways, so I could be giving more assistance to everyone.
Don't worry about it, Petra. With all the different factions in this thing, even we have a hard time keeping it straight. This almost seems so backward compared to the way things were in Brigid.
In any case, the battles ahead will be more brutal than any we have yet fought. Keep a vigilant eye out for both yourselves and each other. That is all. Dismissed.
A kto powiedział, że on jest majstrem?
We're under some real pressure to win.
Okej, to jest trochę do robienia. 6 plansz. Acquire the following class training ground. Azura. Okej, Empera. Facility means that the supply depot nie potrzebuje item. And new equipment battalions. Git. Okej. Po pierwsze. Idźmy na Facility Master. Nic tutaj nie możemy zrobić. Idźmy. A z tą teraz nie chcę rozmawiać. Idźmy na Training Instructor. Nie. Pierw idźmy, aby coś zjeść. Żeby mieć pasywki. Tak. To nie mogę. Jedziemy pierw z tobą. O, perfekcyjnie. To wygląda na stek. Ładnie. I greatly, slightly. Weźmiemy ciebie. Dobrze, dobrze, dobrze. I co? Nice. Dobrze. I cook meal dalej. Awaken feels somewhat faster. Ciebie weźmiemy. Bo obydwa pasywki mi się tam akurat włączają. Perfekcyjnie. Eat. Co my tutaj? Feel somewhat faster. Byśmy mogli to ogarnąć. O! Ciebie zrobimy. I perfekcyjnie. O, proszę. Okej, co my jeszcze tutaj mamy? Byłoby wszystko. Awaken feel somewhat faster. Tutaj. Ciebie. No i mamy wszystkie pasywki, które mam odblokowane, już teraz aktywne. Zapiekana ryba. Dobrze. To pójdźmy na Chore Master. Volunteer. Unstable.
I've got nothing to worry about.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
Dobrze, też ogarnięte.
Things are simple.
Next time, we all must do our
Git.
fair share.
Tu,
Time to work you into shape.
rein. Zamiast Lintard to mamy już... O, mamy Shamir. Dobrze, że sprawdziłem. Jeszcze nie ma, więc begin training.
I think the two of us can accomplish great things.
Okej. Jestem
Training can be the
ciekawy.
difference between victory and defeat.
Baldus ma już tego. Okej. Manuela też ma. Rica. Holy Knight czy Death Knight. A to Master Seal potrzebuje. Shamir. A, ona jest już tym snajperem też. Będzie ona Bow Knightem. No to trenujemy dalej. A,
With proper training, you'll be
jestem
unstoppable.
w ogóle ciekawy. Jest item shopkeeper.
I carry a little of everything here.
Master Seal. To nie będę teraz za dużo trenował, żeby mi się po tym Master Seal odblokowały. Okej. Need to do before heading into camp. Speak with Edelgard. Okej.
Yes. Shall we?
Battle suggestions. That of each chapter, your allies may offer your battle suggestions. Okay. To implement suggestions, effect will last until the end of the chapter. Okay.
I have a strategy.
No to jakie? Selecting the class opens gained when training the class with swords, axes,
So hear me
gauntlets.
What if we tried this?
Develop flexibility with sword techniques.
Hey,
I have a strategy.
What if we tried
Niech weźmiemy
just
was.
leave everything to me?
Shall we?
Okay.
What do you think?
Yes, bet is possibly could lose a comrade. A, to już będą lepsze.
Hey,
Gift an ally Mercury returns to give you the special access. The button special skill on your unique action ability will be overwritten with that of the unit you gave. Aha. This Beagles can receive a Merc Whistle. No dobrze. Teraz śmigamy dalej. Ona jest tam na górze. Aj, źle. Okej, nie ma tutaj paralogów. To śmigamy na ciebie. Defeats the cavalry and other enemies. The back alley is captured. Okay. No to... Ciebie na pewno zmienimy na
Follow me,
elegardę.
soldiers of the Empire.
Dorotea, pójdzie Pupcik i pójdzie Shamir.
Let's clean up.
Dobrze. Jedziemy z koksem.
Let's earn our keep. They're not taking this from us.
We will surmount this challenge together.
Okej. Wy idźcie wszyscy. To jest ja. Na nich.
I've got this.
I ciach.
All would be lost if I were to die here.
Mamy ciebie też.
Tastes more bitter than black as coffee.
O.
Let's get
Tu.
started.
Tu. Defeat messenger. Okej. O! Pupsik wygrał.
I've got this. We weren't strong enough. Orders have been carried out. Now then, what comes next?
Okej. Defeat messenger. W minutę.
Retreat!
Messenger, tam jest. O!
We can ill afford defeat here.
Dobrze.
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
O, teraz.
Out of the way! I'm trying you now! It's not over. Splendid. Though yours is indeed a power that warrants caution.
Mamy to ogarnięte.
Looks like that's it for us.
You like that?
A taste more bitter than black as coffee.
Kurde. Chłopie złoty, no.
I'm sorry.
This is just
Gin.
the beginning.
You're worth 1,000 soldiers. This could be a challenge.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
Mam. Mamy. Dobrze.
All would be lost if I were to die here.
Okej, kawalier, musimy ich załatwić, ta.
I've got
Not losing to anyone.
A, ja tam was nie potrzebuję. Tylko tutaj muszę wejść. I na dzień dobry. Taki atak.
This place won't be a problem anymore.
O, flery. To już była cała misja.
You held strong. Lift your heads high.
O, 31. MVP, wiadomo kto. Kaska też, prawie 8 koła.
We've finished laying out where the troops will be positioned, Claude. But, are you sure about this?
Am I sure about what?
This isn't even remotely like a standard attack formation. It's like you're going out of your way to limit casualties.
Not true. The moment the enemy drops their guard, we'll swarm them like a pack of bees.
And if they don't drop their guard?
Then I guess we'll just sit here making angry faces at each other.
Okay, come on. This strategy is not helpful.
Look, just by being here, we're drastically reducing the number of kingdom soldiers the Imperial Army has to deal with, right? Which means we don't have to kick our troops into action until the Empire has marched further north. Once they're positioned to seize bladed territory, that's when we'll...
And if it all goes wrong, the losses could have catastrophic consequences for the future of the Alliance.
I'm not used to you being so worried about the big picture, Hilda. You've grown.
Wow.
I wasn't going to stay a kid forever, you know.
Apparently not. I'm impressed.
Look, Hilda, I promise you, your fears are misplaced this time. The Empire's already compensated us for any potential losses, and will continue to do so. You don't think I would have signed that fancy pact if they weren't taking care of us, right?
Sure, but are they good for their word? Because I have doubts about that. I want to believe the pact will hold, I really do. But they strike me as folks who won't think twice about sticking an axe between your shoulders if the situation calls for it.
Fortunately, I can be pretty ruthless myself when it suits me. If I don't like something the Empire is doing, it might even be me who ends up breaking the pact.
If that's supposed to make me feel better, it is absolutely not working.
Easy, easy. I'm just throwing out a what-if here. Just promise that you'll always have my back, even when things look their worst, all right? I need you.
Oh, fine. But only because it's you.
No dobrze. Pogadali se.
A report, Your Majesty. The Imperial Army marches on western Fargus.
Just when we'd brought peace back to the area, too. We should get ready to provide aid at once.
Rodrigue has already been dispatched to Mateus, along with all the soldiers I can currently spare. And I've sent Annette and Gustav to the Baron's side, though if it's for better or worse is yet to be seen. I don't doubt we'd all ride to the rescue if we could, but that's clearly not possible given the situation.
Agreed. Now that Claude's joined up with the enemy, we can't risk doing anything foolish. If we move our soldiers even a breath away from the northeast, the Alliance will be all over us.
All we can do now is divide our forces to keep the enemy in check and meet their attacks as they come. We never should have let this happen in the first place. But who could have seen the Empire and Alliance forming such a union?
Boar, are you seriously going to just stand by and watch? They'll overrun us if we don't stem the tide.
Though it smacks of desperation, I'm told the Western Front has enlisted the services of Gerald's mercenaries. They're the same band that carried the battle at Magdred Way, so I hope we can make good use of them again.
Is this really the plan? Burn through mercenaries while we hole up here?
Do try not to be so grim. The Empire has pushed rapid reforms on the land over these last few years. Not everyone was happy to have such changes thrust upon them, and that includes their new friends in the Alliance. The Empire is leaning over the kingdom with such greed that they might yet trip over their own feet.
Do you think there will be revolts?
I'm certainly not going to plan my strategy around it, but there have been whispers, yes. The old ways must die. With that I agree. But shove that down the people's throats, and you risk breaking the very land you're trying to rule.
Yes. We've grappled for years with the aftermath of trying to enact reform.
Change is a painful process, but rushed change will set the region to rot from the inside out.
I wonder why they're so intent on doing this the quick and dirty way.
It's difficult to say. Perhaps were things different, we might have found some common ground, some harmonious way forward. But I've lost too many I care about to this war. Ash and Ingrid chief among them. When I think about what they fought for, what they died for, there can be no turning back.
Okej. Ona sobie teraz tam na pewno będzie łaziła. Tak, dawać mi to wszystko. O, Elite, bardzo dobrze. Burget Mercenary, Albion Venga Boys. Mercenary, niech będzie. I tutaj mamy wszystko ogarnięte. Pierwszy co? To pójdziemy do Facility Master. Training Grounds. Setup Training Dummy. To nie potrzebuję. Masterclass. Masterclass. Oh yeah. O to mi chodziło. Teraz Supply Master.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Weźmiemy wszystko.
Everything has its use.
Teraz pójdziemy do Item Shopkeeper. Buy items. I kupimy 2. I teraz idziemy znowu na trening. Train. I zaraz tutaj damy Bigosa. Po pierwsze acquire też class. Bigosik, chłopie złoty, kim ty chcesz być? Azura? Czy Mortal 7? Master who casts powerful magic and wields his swords with confidence and poise. Immortal 7 is forced to be reckoned with. A mercenary who casts the pass through the battle wielding 2 swords and magic while drawing upon the mystery's power. To mi się podoba. Weźmy Azurę. Paraza. I Edelgardę dla ciebie zdamy Wyvern Lord. O, proszę.
I always struck.
Też na A. Tak. I nie mam już więcej tych. Ale tutaj damy, teraz Bigos już jest. Za Jericę damy Edelgardę. A możemy też kogoś za Lorenza dać? Nie. Mustard, wszystko jest mustard. To chyba jeszcze poczekam z treningiem. Aż będę miał jeszcze NC, mogę tego wymienić. I potem te wszystkie punkty na trening wydać. Tak to zrobimy. Tak to zrobimy. Może coś tutaj lepszego się jeszcze znajdzie. A! Dostał lepszą broń. Tutaj tak samo. No mam ich już trochę wszystkich. No i garni wszystkich też. O! Dostał też fajną nową broń. I Shamir też. Okej. Też dostało coś lepszego. No to git. No to git. Dobrze. To na tym też zakończę ten odcinek. Trochę tutaj powalczyliśmy, główną misję zrobiliśmy i potem w następnym odcinku śmigamy dalej. To trzymajcie się i do zobaczenia.